Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So, still don't have anything up on the walls. This is my bad, but I promise I'm working on it. I've also met most of my neighbors now, so I can safely say that they at least pretend not to hate me, so score. I think by next time I might have some stuff up. It won't be like fully decorated or anything, but I think by that point we'll have the beginnings. It won't just look like, oh, maybe I was unboxing a thing. First thing that I wanted to mention that isn't really a full-on piece of news, it's just something, it's like a little nugget of information, is for any of you who have been listening to Welcome to Night Vale, there's been a lot of discussion online about why there aren't more narrative podcasts. So basically, Welcome to Night Vale is like a radio show. And what I didn't know is that there is another radio show-esque thing that is being created using a lot of different video game voice actors, and it is called Codenames Cygnus. There's like nearly 30 cast members so far, and now they also have Logan Cunningham, who some of you might know as the voice of Bastion. There's just so much street noise. I'm gonna get a mic. You know what? I'm gonna buy a mic for you. And for me, for my own sanity while editing. So the last thing really quick that I wanted to mention about that is it's not like a standard podcast. It's not going to be just up on iTunes. It's actually like technically a game. There's a user interface that you interact with through voice. It has a voice recognition system and it allows you to affect how each episode plays out because it's very episodic as well. So it sounds like super cool, and considering that it's all voice, knowing the number of amazing voice actors that are involved, I'm just like, yeah, I want this. Any of you that have been following Everquest Next, they have a beta sign up now, which makes me so excited because my MMO beginnings were with Everquest. And I've been watching it evolve into this weird thing that I didn't really enjoy all that much, but Everquest Next sounds really, really cool. Those of you who haven't really heard anything about it, it's like an Everquest MMO. It still takes place in Norath, but they're reimagining it in a way, and they're turning it into a sandbox MMO, which is so interesting to me. And of course, a million of the comments on this video are going to be, oh, so it's like Everquest meets Minecraft, but I doubt it's gonna be like anything like that. It sounds more like the sorts of things that Guild Wars 2 tried to implement and failed are what Everquest Next is trying to do correctly. There's a lot of information about it on the website. I can just link you right to where you need to go for the beta because that's where I'm gonna be. But it's also free to play, which is awesome considering, okay, I'm gonna step over here and we're gonna do a different topic. So along the same lines of MMOs and free to play and all of that, Blizzard did a press conference and they talked about Project Titan and they talked about World of Warcraft and all of these things, and it's so interesting because the amount that subscriptions have decreased in World of Warcraft is like staggering. By the end of 2013, I think World of Warcraft had lost 7.7 million subscriptions or something crazy like that. And what's interesting is they were saying that typically when you lose a lot of subscribers, it's either Eastern or Western subscribers specifically that have lost interest. So like they've done something culturally that has not quite clicked with what they want in their games. So it just drops off, but they still maintain a market somewhere. So it's really interesting that this is like overall just people everywhere like, you know, I'm kind of done with World of Warcraft. Despite this, Mike Morhaime was like, okay, I know that we're like losing butt tons of money, but we're thinking that Titan should not be subscription based at all. So there's some more money we're not getting. Like obviously as a gamer that makes me very excited because it's like, all right, cool. Like I know that Project Titan will most likely not cost me anything other than the purchase of the game itself. But I can see how the shareholders would be like, is there any good news? Anything? But you know, obviously Blizzard hasn't given up on World of Warcraft yet. Out of all of the different MMOs that people can play right now, it seems like it's the only one that people are still willing to pay for. And obviously, as we just discussed, the numbers of that are dropping, but they still maintain the lead, which is very interesting to me. As a final bit of news, another game that is one of my favorites, Rune Factory 4. Unfortunately, the summer launch time has been pushed to either late September or early October. What I think is funny is this isn't because the game isn't ready technically, it's because the American quality assurance process is taking too long. They can't like find a middle ground. But guys, like a new Rune Factory game, I can wait. I can wait for that. I'm so jazzed. But we literally don't know when this game is gonna come out because depending on the retailer, if you look online, they all say a completely different date. And I don't know why they even bother putting a date on there when nothing has been set in stone, so it just looks silly. It looks so silly to go to like GameStop and then to Amazon and see completely different months even. Rune Factory. Guys, if you're interested, it's basically, it's like Harvest Moon, but you fight things. So it's like medieval Harvest Moon. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. The older ones are great if you wanted to just like try out your friend's copy of that and see whether or not you want Rune Factory for, but let me tell you what you want Rune Factory for. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you want to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an amazing week. It's Friday, so enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you again on Monday. Bye-bye. Mwah.